Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. A warm welcome to those who've just joined us as well. Children's homes and KZN say they are struggling to keep their doors open. The Child Welfare and Family Society of Pietermaritzburg is accusing government of neglect. The organization says the Social Development Department and the National Lotteries Fund in the province owe it about 1.5 million rand. Now, Lethiwe Mdluli has been taking a closer look at its struggles. She now joins us live from Durban. Lethiwe, just give us more details around this. How did they come to this conclusion that they are owed by government and national lotteries such a lot of money?
Well, Masego, a lot of children's homes receive a subsidy every month from the Department of Social Development and also the Lotteries Fund. And unfortunately, for the months of December and also January, the DSD department unfortunately failed to pay these NPOs. And right now, we are in Plesislaya at the Egujabuleni Children's Home. I've been speaking to social workers about how they've been affected, because in speaking to a lot of children's homes here in Pietermaritzburg, they have shared that they haven't been able to pay salaries for social workers. They haven't been able to buy food and keep their doors open to assist those children and also those people that need homes where they sleep in and also where they receive food. I spoke to Julie Todd a bit earlier on from Child Welfare, and she did share that this is not a new thing that is happening. Unfortunately, in the past 3 months, the department has failed to pay these NPOs their dues, and unfortunately, some of them had to close their offices in December, turning away much needed assistance for people who need assistance and also for children who need the assistance. Right now, also, I want to bring in the chairperson for the Egujabuleni Children's Home. I want to ask them how they've been affected personally. Bambatha, thank you so much for joining us at eNCA. We were speaking a bit earlier on about how you've been able to keep your doors open. You assist children here. How have you been affected by this, and how has not receiving the subsidy affected you as a home?
First and foremost, thank you for the opportunity. What I can say, it has affected us very badly. But I must also say, it is the first time that it happened. It only happened this month. It's the first time, January. So we were not prepared for it. No one communicated to us. We only heard from the social workers that work under us that we're not going to get the subsidy and so on. Therefore, the first thing is poor communication. Because if they've told us beforehand, we would have tried to do differently. Trying to get sponsors and so on. And so now we are just badly affected because the morale of workers without being paid, especially this month, January. January is an hectic month. They are taking children to school and so on, so they are not paid up to now. And also, we are also affected food, because we depend on the subsidy for buying food. And also school uniform and all other things, we have been affected very bad. But the main thing is poor communication. And we hope this thing will not happen again. We are pleading with our bosses to think for us and take us as also another, one of their partners, so that if we work together and they inform us on time and so on, it wouldn't be like this.
And just shortly, Bambatha, with the National Lotteries Commission, I know that you've made applications since 2015, but they haven't been able to assist you in any way.
Yes, because every in April, when it opened, we could drive to Durban, we put all our proposals, and they accepted. They said, we'll wait for money. We haven't got the money up to now. Since 2015, we are just struggling. Yes.
Thank you so much. Masego, I also want to bring in a social worker who did not receive their salary for December. She has shared with us how this has affected her personally. Sisi, thank you so much for joining us. Take us through how you were affected as a social worker who works with children every day. How has not receiving your salary affected you?
It's frustrating me a lot. We work under pressure with the children. We even went to the loan shacks to borrow money for our school fees, for groceries, for transport, for omalume, babantwana, for nannies. So not knowing when we're going to get paid. So they keep on postponing each and every time. When the time has come, they tell us another time that you will be paid on such time. So working here with the children while we're not paid, it's a lot of stress. But we had to, because these are our children. Yes. They need us.
And of course, you're an essential service, like you're saying, and you have to keep a smile on your face while you're struggling at home.
Yes, yeah, but I have to, because they don't know what is happening. So we have to do our job.
Yes. What would your message be to the departments of social development and also to the lotteries fund as well?
They must pay us in time, because we are working. Yes, we are. They must pay us in time. Yes.
And you didn't receive your salary in December. It was the holidays. You also have children of your own?
Yes, I didn't. So I had to go and borrow money. Yes.
Thank you so much, sis.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Maseko, so that is Usisi, who works as a social worker here at the Ekujabuleni Children's Home, just basically taking us through how she's been personally affected by not receiving her salary for the month of January. I also spoke to Bambata, who did share that for this home, it was only in January where they didn't receive the subsidy, but for other homes, close to 140 homes here in Pietermaritzburg and also in Durban, majority of them have been affected for months, and they are saying that this is something that needs to stop, and the department has to come up with alternative ways as to how they are going to be paying them their subsidies every month, because there's lack of communication from the department, and in majority of the times they don't get the answers as to why these subsidies are late. We also spoke to Julie a bit earlier on, Julie Todd, who did share that they've tried to find sponsors, but unfortunately, because the economy is doing so badly, a lot of people are not sponsoring children's homes and NPOs anymore. So for the department to say they need to find sponsors on their own, it's quite difficult for them, because a lot of people are not offering sponsorships at this time.